our cruise ship dropped us off right at the temple. Our guide didn't show up, but honestly, thank God. Like, we're much better off without them. We're at the Ombo temple. It's pretty cool because one half of it is the god Horus, and the other half is the god Sobek, who's like the crocodile god, and this one's like the falcon god. And so the whole thing is a split mirror image. The left side is Horus, the right side is Sobek. Everything mirrors, and so we'll go through it a little bit. You can look around and see that it's pretty much in ruins now. Unlike the other temples we visited that were somewhat well preserved, this one, the walls are completely crumbled. It looks like it's completely open air, not because it was designed that way, just because it's been broken. The roof still has pretty good color preserved, I guess because the sunlight hasn't been hitting it directly. The columns on these capitals, unlike the older temples which only had papyrus open or closed, they have like palm trees and other designs which are notable for these type of temples. The roofs on this temple slope downwards, so you can see all those stone slabs, they all slope downwards, and then the floor slopes upwards, and you can see that middle part right here. It's all just concentrates your sight right into the middle part, and a golden statue of Horus would be right there, kind of making this pyramid shape, focusing your eye to it.
Given by Horus to the king. And you will see here another king for another scene on the wall for the king, purified by two gods or two priests over here.
So that's where Horus's statue would be. This is where Sobek's statue would be. And they had some storage rooms in the back. And behind this wall, there's more inscriptions, so we'll go check those out. So this temple was walls everywhere and corridors. And here is a half-broken depiction of the Emperor Hadrian, or Trajan, I'm not sure, to a god of medicine. And it shows, if you zoom in, you can see all the different medical instruments displayed there, and also some childbirth. The medical instruments include scalpels, scissors, cupping, forceps, hooks, sponges, all kinds of interesting stuff. Next to the temple is apparently a big jacuzzi/bath that brought in water from the Nile and honey and milk, and this is where Cleopatra bathed. Check this out, this is so cool. This is the Nilometer, and basically the water from the Nile would be, this was connected to the Nile, and then they could see how deep the Nile was and how much water it had. Wow, that is amazing. And not only did they use it for a source of water, but they used it to determine how the harvest season was going to go and how much to tax the people. It's huge. There's a lot of cool inscriptions here. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time. We're going to go see the Crocodile Museum. All crocodile mummies. These crocodiles even had their own coffins. And they were mummified with linens. They came with clay pots full of stuff that the crocodile would need in the next life. You can see they were wrapped just like mummies. We're done with our tour. There's a little market alongside, and this is all where all the ships are parked. So they're all lined up in a row, docking. Starting off our day in Aswan with a visit to the High Dam, and it's right here behind us, the Nasser Lake, and then the dam is in front of us, or actually I guess we're on the dam. So this is opposite the Nasser Lake side. I guess all the hydroelectric stuff. So that right there, apparently there's 24 gates generating electricity right there, but we're not allowed to go there. So it doesn't look like a dam, but I guess since it's so built up, But you can see how high the lake is there, and I think it's like a 150-meter drop to where the rest of the Nile goes. And it was built in between these two mountains, so it's like a 3-kilometer long, which is very, very long, a 3-kilometer long dam. And apparently it flooded a whole bunch of temples, and then they had to move those temples up onto higher ground, but they only moved a few, so they didn't get all of them. So let's go take a look at the lake. So again, we're on top of the dam, and this part is the Nasser Lake. 500 kilometers long. It flooded a lot of ancient temples and all kinds of stuff because this is an artificial lake that was formed because of the dam. Because otherwise it was just the Nile River, regular Nile River flowing all at once. This is one of the temples that was underwater, and UNESCO actually took it from under the water, rebuilt it up out of the water, so it's still visitable today. We're gonna take a boat to the Philae temple. Big commotion, boats all coming and going. We're gonna see a crash? We're gonna see a crash? Okay, so we got on the boat. Now we're on our way to the Philae temple. We gotta take a little ride across the Nile. Here's our guy. So we're in between the high dam and the old dam. The old dam is behind us, and the high dam's over there, and other side of the Philae. What is it?
And then we not. The last one, Sekhmet. Sekhmet always coming at the lion face with big solar disc with cobra. This is protection scene. Okay, Sekhmet is the goddess of war and holding a very, very important and famous flower step called lotus. Actually, they melt the lotus grace, okay, to take the oil and represent of the gods. Inshallah, once we finish the temple, we will go to visit Philae museums. They will explain that very well, better than me. Red granite in the front of the gate is a kind of protection. And Horus, see the leather point? This Horus. Horus the falcon face, but Horus elder. And here the father presented the offering to the gods. So we have here cartouche. Cartouche is very, very important because cartouche must including the king name or queen name, no one else. So the king name as a coronation name is here with the name called Bitah, and second one, the important one for us. Before reading the ancient Egyptian language, it's independent to animal faces direction. The lion is looking to right, the snake looking to right. So I have to still start reading from top right. So square is B for people, lips T for tango, flower O for Oscar, lion L for lion, M for mother, E for echo, E for echo, S for sugar, Batalamis, PTO, Bato, LM, Batolim, EES, Batalamis, the king name. And Q of life, PTH, Betah. So Jidu, PTH, Betah. Who is Betah? PTH. Betah is the first god and the last god who is created everything in the world as an ancient Egyptian belief. So another cartouche for the daughter here. C for car, L for lion, E for echo, A for alpha, B for people, D for Dubai, R for Romeo, A for alpha, Cleopatra. Cleopatra is a famous.
We're in the insidemost part of the temple, the sanctuary. We'll go out from here.
Take your picture for me, please.
This is the goddess Isis, I believe, or Hathor.
You can return Osiris, this Osiris from the afterlife, and Isis with big wings. See? It's a kind of protection. So you will tell me there is no chair here, but the chair is here.
Okay.
Okay? And
How did you know this actually? That
ولا على إله الخصوبة. الناس مين كم؟
So we're outside the main temple now. I'll go back inside to show you guys more. So where those pillars were, that's where the original temple was, and it was underwater. Right here on the water is a temple of the goddess of music. And this monkey with the harp is one of the gods of music. And we'll go back to the main temple and we'll go see some stuff. This is huge. Hadrian's Gate. Everybody just comes and takes pictures here next to the water.
It's always like dashes.
This is the first inner courtyard.
Like, do you see how this is the figure and then it's like a bunch of like flashes throughout it? Okay.
Different flowers for the columns. So you got lotus, papyrus, palm trees. This was converted into a church at one point. That's why you see the Maltese cross. And that's why you see all the defacement of the original Egyptian gods and kings. Because the Christians later, because they used it as a church, they defaced it. It's a huge complex. There's not enough time for me to go into all the rooms and show you everything, but this was the sanctuary, and that's where the king would offer his offerings to the gods. But the whole point of this temple is again to show that Ptolemaic kings are as Egyptian as the Egyptian kings, and that the gods favored them as well. Really cool place. I wish we had more time, but there's just, this is too much to see. It's too many hieroglyphs. Hey, let's look at this cat. You can see all the graffiti from the 1800s. It's the outer courtyard again with this kind of magnificent facade for the gate, showing the gods Horus, Isis, Hathor, and the Ptolemaic king basically beating his enemies, killing his enemies into submission in front of the approving gods, showing that he has the approval of the gods to be the king of Egypt. In this courtyard, there's 7 columns, each representing the first to the 7th day of a child being born. And at the 7th day, I guess in Egypt, they would do a big celebration because after 7 days, the child's likely to survive. And then each of these are the 7 daughters of Isis, and they would each take care of any baby for the first 7 days and then have a big celebration.
You can book, but must be by booking. Only by booking you can book there. You can stay there. You can stay for 1 night, 2 nights.
That's so bad.
Perfume shop. Wow. We're gonna take one of these cool looking boats out to the Nubian village. So we're gonna head there now.
But in the middle of the mountain next to was the Nubian. About 1,500 BC.
Oh, in the middle of the hole.
Yes, exactly.
That's a real nice McDonald's. I can't see it behind the boat, but it's a pretty cool building. Talk about shaky cam. We're arriving at the first island. I believe this is the Aswan Botanical Garden. So we're here at the Botanical Gardens. It's a very nice, peaceful place. There's water on both sides. We're kind of like in the middle of the Nile River. You got to get here by boat, and it's just cool. It's just a very, very cool place. Very peaceful, very serene. Come and visit. Apparently this is the tomb of one of the Al Khans. We came to the Nubian village, but we didn't record the outside, thanks to somebody. That's cool. Yeah.
يلا محمود يلا ايه ده
Check this out. Bread, honey, really, really dark honey.
Hey, Mahmoud! Mahmoud!
Delicious. Always the Urzamaka makes the perfect cup every single time. Oh yeah, I mean, the coffee is not great, but the texture and stuff out of that machine is awesome. Honestly, it was cool to come here on a boat. It was cool to do the food and the dancing and all that stuff, but the shops are just like, it's the same stuff over and over and over again. This one won't let me buy anything anyway. So yeah, I mean, still worth coming to. It was a nice half-day trip, and the botanical gardens and stuff was nice, but it's all more of the same. So I'm gonna end it here.